guys, I cannot even begin to process the sheer audacity, the unadulterated wickedness, and the absolute manipulation that is happening in the halls of Garland Memorial Hospital right now. My heart is pounding out of my chest. We need to talk about Hayley Hamilton. I have always known she was a gold-digging opportunist, but today she crossed a line that I didn't even know existed. She is a monster, a literal monster in designer clothing. Let us set the scene, because the tension is so thick you could cut it with a scalpel. Poor Bill Hamilton is lying in that hospital bed. He has just survived multiple heart attacks. They had to resuscitate him in the operating room. He just got a pacemaker implanted. The man is clinging to life by a thread, and who is standing guard like a venomous gargoyle? Hayley. She is playing the role of the distraught, weeping wife so perfectly that if I didn't know she was actively trying to murder him for a $10 million life insurance payout, I might actually feel sorry for her. But we know the truth. We know about the poison. We know about her secret meetings with Randy Parker. And then the unthinkable happens. Danny Dupree visits Bill. Yes, Danny, the ex-wife, the woman who just had a secret panic-induced hookup with Bill in an elevator during a massive tornado. The sexual tension and the unresolved history between these two are off the chart. Bill actually wanted to see her. He explicitly asked to see Danny first when he woke up because he wanted to clear his conscience. He called for her, and Ashley Morgan, our sweet, pure-hearted, dedicated nurse Ashley, allowed Danny to slip into the room. Why? Because Ashley is a professional who actually cares about her patient's emotional well-being. But, oh my God, when Hayley found out, I thought the hospital was going to explode. I am not exaggerating when I say Hayley lost her. I was sitting here clutching my pearls, watching this woman transform from a fake crying spouse into a raging, fire-breathing demon. Hayley did not just get mad. She went nuclear. She stormed up to the nurse's station like she owned the entire hospital and unleashed a level of fury that had me pausing the screen just to catch my breath. Hayley publicly berated Ashley in the middle of the hospital floor. She screamed at the top of her lungs, accusing Ashley of being a Dupree insider. Can you believe that? She literally called Ashley a mole for the Dupree family. She accused this beautiful, grieving nurse of deliberately stressing out a critical cardiac patient just to serve the Dupree family's agenda. I was yelling at my screen, Hayley, you are the one poisoning him. The hypocrisy is so thick, it is suffocating. And it gets worse. It gets so much worse. Hayley did not just stop at calling her name. She accused Ashley of taking bribes. Yes, she stood there in front of all the other doctors and nurses and claimed that Ashley was taking dirty money from Danny Dupree to turn a blind eye and allow these secret visits. How dare she? Ashley is an angel. Ashley is still mourning the tragic death of Derek Baldwin. Ashley has been through absolute hell and back, and she is just trying to do her job and save lives. Here is Hayley dragging her name through the mud. I am so disgusted. I can barely type. I have to give a massive round of applause to Ashley, though. My girl stood her ground. She did not flinch. She did not cry. She looked that wicked witch right in the eye and calmly stated the fact. She told Hayley that Bill is awake, he is conscious, and he has the fundamental right to see whoever he wants to see. Boom. Mic drop. Ashley reminded Hayley that patients are not prisoners. They have autonomy. I was cheering in my living room. Go, Ashley. Do not let this sociopath intimidate you. But Hayley is not used to being told no. When Ashley stood up to her, Hayley resorted to the most vile, disgusting threats imaginable. She threatened to sue Garland Memorial Hospital into bankruptcy. She threatened to personally see to it that Ashley's nursing license is revoked forever. She threatened to destroy Ashley's entire career and livelihood. I was hyperventilating. You could see the subtle flash of fear in Ashley's eyes, even as she tried to stay brave. Ashley needs this job. She loves this job. And Hayley is dangling it over a fire just to get her way. Thank goodness, doctor. Madison Montgomery was nearby. Madison had to physically step in and intervene to de-escalate the situation before security had to be called. Madison is brilliant, and she managed to calm the waters, but the damage was already done. The atmosphere at that nurse's station was completely poisoned. Pun absolutely intended. The sheer chaos of the moment was so overwhelming. I felt like I needed a blood pressure monitor myself. But guys, we have to look deeper. We have to analyze why Hayley is reacting this way. It is not just about jealousy. Yes, Hayley hates Danny. Yes, Hayley is deeply insecure about Bill's lingering obsession with his ex-wife. But this explosion at the nurse's station, it was a calculated, tactical strike. Hayley is using this visit as the ultimate excuse to seize total dictatorial control over Bill's visitor list. Do you see what she is doing? She is isolating him. Isolation is the textbook move of a predator. By banning Danny, by banning his daughters Naomi and Chelsea, by controlling every single person who walks in and out of that room, Hayley is creating a vacuum. She wants Bill completely alone and vulnerable. Why? She can continue to poison him without any witnesses. I am screaming. This is her master plan. She wants to finish the job she started with those toxic green smoothies before he collapsed in his office. And this is where the true horror of the situation is. This is the part that has me genuinely terrified for the future of this show. Hayley demanded that the hospital board change Bill's primary care nurse immediately. She wants Ashley off the case. She is demanding that Ashley be removed from Bill's rotation. And if the hospital caves to her lawsuit threats, if they actually pull Ashley away from Bill, he is going to die. Think about it. Ashley is the only one who is paying close enough attention to the subtle abnormal signs in Bill's blood work. Madison ordered those tests, but Ashley is the one monitoring him day in and day out. Ashley is starting to suspect that his heart failure isn't natural. She is starting to see the markers of an external toxin. She is putting the puzzle pieces together. If Hayley successfully gets Ashley fired or transferred off this floor, the one person who can expose the poisoning will be gone. Let's rewind for a second and think about the sheer psychological warfare Hayley is waging. She isn't just trying to kill a man. She's trying to dismantle the entire support system around her. When she stood at that nurse's station, her voice echoing down the sterile white corridors, she wasn't just yelling at Ash. She was sending a message to every single staff member at Garland Memorial. Cross me and I will end you. It's a reign of terror. I honestly felt a chill run down my spine. How can one person be so devoid of empathy? She watched Bill flatline. She watched the doctors use the defibrillator on him, and her only thought was, how can I use this to my advantage? It is sickening. It is genuinely, deeply sickening. And poor Ashley. Let's talk about Ashley's mental state right now. She is holding it together by a thread. She has been trying so hard to find her footing after Derek's tragic death. She's been navigating her complicated feelings for Grace and Perez, trying to figure out if she can ever trust again after the whole plasma ring fiasco. She throws herself into her work because healing others is the only way she knows how to heal herself. And then Hayley Hamilton storms in and spits on all of that. Hayley accusing her of taking bribes from Danny Dupree is not just an insult to her profession, it's an insult to her soul. Ashley would never compromise patient care for money. Never. I was literally throwing my hands up in the air, wishing I could jump through the screen and defend her myself. But the brilliance of Hayley's evil plan is that it plays perfectly into the hospital's fear of litigation. Garland Memorial has already been through the ringer with doctors. Leah Whitmore's scandal and the medical malpractice lawsuit Mike Davis is pushing against Madison. The hospital board is terrified of bad press. Hayley knows this. She is weaponizing the hospital's vulnerabilities to get Ashley. It's a masterclass in manipulation. If they cave and remove Ashley, Hayley will have unchecked access to Bill. She can control his diet, his medications, his visitors. She can slowly, methodically finish him off, and the hospital will just write it down as complications from his heart attack. The perfect crime. I am pacing around my room just thinking about the implications. If Ashley is gone, Hayley can slip whatever lethal injection or toxic serum she has right into his IV line, and no one will be the wiser. She will play the grieving widow, collect her $10 million, and run off into the sunset with Randy Parker. We cannot let this happen. I need someone, anyone, to wake up and see the devil hiding in plain sight. Will Caroline Lee step up? Caroline knows Hayley is manipulative. Caroline saved Bill's life the first time by doing CPR. Will she notice Hayley isolating him? What about Danny? Danny knows Hayley is a snake. Danny already slipped up and called Bill her husband in front of her family. She is obsessed with him right now. Will Danny's obsession be the thing that ultimately saves Bill's life? Will she break into that hospital room again and catch Hayley in the act? I am so stressed out. This storyline is taking years off my life. The emotional manipulation, the medical malpractice threats, the slow burn murder plot. It is soap opera perfection, but it is absolute torture to watch our beloved characters get played like pawns on Hayley's twisted chessboard. I need Ashley to secretly copy those blood test results. I need Madison to run a full toxicology screen. I need someone to put handcuffs on Hayley Hamilton before we are attending a funeral. What do you guys think? Will Ashley lose her license? Will Hayley succeed in murdering Bill? Will Danny figure out the truth before it is too late? I am going to be glued to my screen for the next episode because I cannot take this suspense. Let me know your theories because my brain is spinning in a million different directions.